What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news on February 7th, 2025, where we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Talk article, including two WWE stars legitimately backstage heat planned match update, and we got Roman Reigns WWE injury update, and it says right here. Okay, come on. Okay, why is it acting like this right now? Come on.
Right. You were confirmed to attend a virtual call with us at 5 p.m. Hey, I'm not playing a movie, Trey. You in the scary movie screen or a commercial. Dang. Okay, you gotta get my hair done. Like, do it before 5 p.m. Come on, babe. Do you want to get this job or not? Then they'll fly me out there, and then I'll be in the commercial. Babe.
Okay, the Roman Reigns WWE injury update. WWE star hints at signing multi-year contract extension in question. A report on the former WWE star signs with AEW, and Penta wants revenge against two WWE stars, and plus much more. And make sure to hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos, and yeah, and what's it called, and click on the notification bell on the side, and oh yeah, glad to hear that, dude. Yeah, glad glad to hear that. And anyways, now let's get to the news. Starting things off with two WWE stars, legitimate backstage heat, like on a match update. And two of the stars in question, like in an interesting WWE update, has emerged. Like is none other about the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre and the megastar, with everybody saying his name, L.A. Knight. Yeah, like following a legitimate backstage heat following the Royal Rumble this past weekend. Like McIntyre made headlines after the Rumble for reportedly voicing his frustration backstage after there were some issues like with his elimination. It emerged like that McIntyre and other talents like in the men's Royal Rumble match had issues with several timing problems from LA Knight. And this allegedly caused McIntyre's elimination by Damian Priest to come off as underwhelming, like considering it was supposed to kick off a WrestleMania feud between the two. Like McIntyre, like was said to be screaming and angry backstage afterwards, with WWE getting in contact with him, like after the fact. Russell votes like now now reports like that McIntyre and LA Knight like will both compete in the same three way on SmackDown, with Jimmy Uso set to join them like in what is planned to be the main event of Friday's show on February 7th. And and it says right here, like according to the sources, it states that both men's and women's elimination chamber qualifying matches will take place on SmackDown, with tonight's main event scheduled to be a triple threat between the three. And who do you think that? Who thinks gonna win that match? You think it's gonna be main event Jimbo Uso, or it's gonna be L.A. Knight or Drew McIntyre? Which I would say I hope Jimbo does get the rub, even though as much as I would love to see Los Angeles Knight and Drew McIntyre get that opportunity. But I can think of two good reasons why it should be Jimmy, because of the general reason like I just mentioned. And secondly, yeah, to start off the feud with both Knight and McIntyre. And also, yeah, Jimbo, like hopefully he gets like a like at least like a push, like a mini push, even if he doesn't win the what's it called, the elimination chamber number one contenders match. I hope that WWE show a sign that he's just as valuable as his twin brother, main event Jay Uso. And it says right here, we will continue to provide updates on the situation as they become available. And then elsewhere on the situation, here's some initial reports onto the backstage heat between the Megastar and Scottish Warrior. But before I begin, I want to show you this right here. Here's the post right here by Wrestle Votes, and also I want to ask you this question about do you think that this angle is going to lead into a legitimately turn into a on-screen rivalry between the two, like on the road to WrestleMania 41, which I think is probably the better idea to go by, considering that they had some legitimate beef at the Rumble, but now they just let their beef go right through under the water, like underneath the bridge. So I think they should turn this into like a wrestling storyline in some capacity. Like with tonight's SmackDown being a perfect, they'll be the perfect start to their feud. Like when rumor has it that Nicholas the Ridiculous will announce that he traded AJ Styles for Drew McIntyre or any other SmackDown wrestler to over to Raw to gain the Scottish Warrior over to his show. Which I think maybe this could possibly be the best move that the SmackDown GM could possibly can make in this situation. And then this way can lead things up to Drew and Knight. Whoever wins this will probably be the best feud match in WWE history, I guess you could say. And maybe we could see Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre could have a little mini feud, like probably at Elimination Chamber, if WWE wants to decide to go in that direction, like on the fact, or maybe wait until like SummerSlam, like whether if it's for a championship or not. We could see he could see them fall out into a feud and that feud. And I sure hope Drew McIntyre does win the United States Championship, because that's the only championship that he is yet to win in WWE. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. We got the injury update on Roman Reigns, and An update has emerged on the real reason for the OTC's recent WWE injury announcement. It's fair to say that the Royal Rumble didn't go in Roman Reigns nor the other guys that's gonna potentially gonna be in the feud with the likes of Rollins and Punk's favor, like with eliminating both with the Chicago-made wrestler eliminating both Roman and Rollins before Logan Paul eliminates him, and Rollins delivers a brutal, devastating uh, stomp onto Reigns' head outside in the ringside, right onto the symbol of steel steps. And it says right here, and Michael Cole announcing that the tribal chief will be out of action for the foreseeable future. On the February 3rd Raw episode, like an initial report noted that this announcement was made to explain Reigns' short-term absence. Dave Meltzer has provided an update in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, like noting that the injury announcement was made because Reigns will not be at Elimination Chamber 2025. He reported they didn't. They did a storyline injury angle with Rollins curb stomping Reigns on the steps, and they announced Reigns would be out of action indefinitely. This was to keep Reigns off of the chamber, since he wasn't winning it anyway, and thus would have to be pinned, and WWE never has its top faces Rhodes or Reigns lose via pinfall unless they're in a major storyline reason reason, directly stemming from the pin to do so. Reigns' absence, from Elimination Chamber, would mean that he will not be in a headline championship match at WrestleMania 41, with the winner of the Elimination Chamber match, sets to challenge whichever world championship that main event Jey Uso who main event Jey Uso doesn't choose is at the grandest stage of them all. And what are your thoughts on Roman Reigns will be out indefinitely for probably any time after WrestleMania 41? And do you think this is an accurate report? And do you think that whoever the source that told Meltzer this is telling the truth and being 100% honest? Let me know down in the comments below, which I think he is, given the fact that Roman Reigns, they haven't mentioned that he will indeed be participating in the qualifier match, let alone being automatically in it, getting a bye week or a bye qualifier match, something similar to John Cena's case. Because if that was the case, he would probably either get that or even being announced on SmackDown to be in the qualifier match. If he was going to be in the Elimination Chamber. So I would believe him, at least, given the fact that they're trying to write him off until, after Elimination Chamber or even during Elimination Chamber, where Roman Reigns will target Seth Rollins that could possibly be qualified in the Elimination Chamber match alongside the likes of Punk and Cena and maybe even Jimmy Uso, and then we could see Roman Reigns could cost him to win the Elimination Chamber match, only for Seth Rollins to do the same to CM Punk when it's probably him and Cena as the last two guys to be at the Elimination Chamber number one contenders match. I can see that being the storyline. My point is, like, yeah, like I believe into this report because whilst they've written him off into an injury angle, if he is gonna be competing at the Elimination Chamber match or even being coming back anytime soon. And I don't think he's really injured. Perhaps, I mean, even though he did take a very big bump, but still, like but they made it look like if it was more brutal than it actually was, like just to write him off. And yeah, let's hope that Roman Reigns does make a return and he does not and hasn't sustained a legitimate injury, like so he could do this match between Rollins and Punk in the future, which that's the other speculation report, like with these three going to be in some kind of a high profile triple threat main event WrestleMania match. And I sure hope that's the case, and we can see this match and see who's going to win. And yeah, some just now telling me that whatever favor that Paul Heyman owes Punk is probably going to have something to do with this triple threat match. In some capacity, that is. But let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts onto this subject, which we're going to probably talk about in a future video. But I think we already talked about this once, but it's kind of a bummer that we won't be seeing Roman Reigns being at the Elimination Chamber competing in the match to get a shot at the championship that his cousin's not going to be competing against. Like, but at the same time, like it does make a pretty good sensical angle. Like, see what Seth Rollins did because he just cannot stand both Roman Reigns and CM Punk much more than anybody in the business. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what's next into the angle. But let's next up we got let's see. And now we got some news about what led into the backstage issues between Knight and McIntyre, and timing issues like involving L.A. Knight reportedly led to legitimate frustrations at the 2025 Royal Rumble premium live event. Like as reported, like after the show, Drew McIntyre was angry backstage after something had gone wrong with his elimination from the men's Royal Rumble match. If it what it says right here is that if then emerged like that, there seemed to be like one specific person McIntyre was frustrated about for allegedly prioritizing getting his move and trying to get himself over at the expense of some of the other stories like that were supposed to be told. Then further, boy, reporting emerged that there were several other stars in the match, like who shared the same opinion as McIntyre about that specific person. In a new update reported by PW Insider Elite, like the the source of the frustration appears to have been timing issues involving LA Knight. The elimination of Drew McIntyre by Damian Priest was originally planned to happen before Logan Paul had come to the ring as the number 30 entrant. However, according to the report, there were several sequences in involving Knight that went longer than planned, which delayed the elimination. McIntyre, those of elimination of McIntyre, and it's been stated those timing issues meant Paul came out like and entered the match before McIntyre was eliminated. So that order of events was completely thrown off because McIntyre should have been out before Paul came in. When Paul got in the ring, he went straight into his planned spots, which includes one with LA Knight, and Paul and Knight being in the middle of the ring for the spot, and essentially got in the way of Priest, eliminating McIntyre as they bumped into Paul and Knight in their way across the ring. You can see a clip of that moment below. Oh, really? You're thinking about going there? I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully, it'll be everyday paradise there if you do relocate in that specific location, sir. But anyways, the Priest elimination of McIntyre was supposed to set to kick off a WWE Major 41 feud between the two. So it should have come across as a bigger deal than it did because the Knight and Paul interaction ended up distracting from it. And what are your thoughts onto this what was the original plans, which was basically we're supposed to Damian Priest was supposed to eliminate Drew McIntyre sooner than originally was supposed to be before Logan Paul even entered at the number 30 entrant. And and do you agree that this should have been the case? And you wanted to see Damian Priest against Drew McIntyre? Which I think that maybe this was a blessing in disguise because let's be completely honest, I don't think everybody would be that enthusiastic about the two having have a kind of a WrestleMania rematch from last year when Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase to beat Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship just 5 minutes after beating Seth Rollins for the title. But let me know down in the comments. I'll say, I don't think Drew McIntyre was also that's real. I think it definitely wasn't real again, when LA Knight took so long to to be a part into the elimination, that they ended up at the improv fight with Priest just immediately eliminating Drew McIntyre right out the ring at the last minute. I think this is probably a better feud with miscommunications could uh, turn into the best, probably most memorable, uh, I'll say, rivalries in this caliber, I guess you could say. Like with no title on the line, and this is a mid, even though it's kind of a mid card feud, but it'll kind of probably will benefit LA Knight into much even more in the megastar in the main event side of the perspective. But let's move on to the next news. Hopefully, it works out for us, WWE Universe fans and for WWE management, like to put the match together and the match in general, like on how it's going to be, and it won't be a disappointment. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. We got a WWE star hints at signing a multi-year extension in their contract. WWE star Kevin Owens has potentially shared an update on his contract status, appearing to hint that he has signed a multi-year contract extension. With it previously being reported that Owens WWE contract would be up in January, reports in late 2024 indicated that there was a there were an air of of sec- secrecy surrounding his status. It says right here, Owens was seemingly revealed that he recently signed a 5-year contract extension, promising to for wrestle for 4 years and 11 months and 22 more days, under a one condition clause, as plugging his daughter's Girl Scout cookies like into the midst of things. And if Owens has just revealed that he has re-signed with the company, like this would mean that he's expected to remain with WWE until January 29th, 2030, which which is of course 4 years and 11 months and 22 days from now. Owens last wrestled at the Royal Rumble unsuccessfully, challenging Cody Rhodes for his undisputed WWE Championship in the ladder match. And Owens has been receiving a lot of praise following this match, not just for this in-ring performance, but also for his role in helping to put the bout together. And what he does a shocking deal with the prize fighter in WWE. And do you think this was the and do you think that this is a very this is some great news for the fighter to sign a 5 years extension to extend his deal with WWE? And do you think between this time period, we will be able to see Kevin Owens probably capture the WWE title, which I sure hope that is in the plans, because it's been way past due since the last time Owens has won some championship gold, and I sure hope that he does win some, uh, as soon as he's back into the title picture. But I also wanted to congratulate, first of all, I give a big congratulations to Kevin Owens and wish him many more years of happiness and a future as as a multi-time future champion, whether it's for the heavyweight championship, tag team, or even the mid-card championships again, like in his previous time, except for the Intercontinental Championship, because Kevin Owens let everybody know that he don't want to win it again because his reign is exactly the same as Owen Hart, which is one of his idols in the wrestling industry. But yeah, it says right here. It seems like that Owens is testing the waters as a WWE producer, like with the former Universal Champion, previously listed as a producer for his match against Rey Mysterio about a couple weeks ago on the January 17th edition of SmackDown.
So I'm not 100% on what they want to add for me here.
It says following like the It says following the January 17th episode of WWE SmackDown, like SmackDown star KO, like has been listed like as the producer, like for his own match on the show, like which is the big shock of that match. Like of talking about stuff behind the scenes, of course, but on the January 17th edition of WWE SmackDown, Kevin Owens defeated Rey Mysterio in his first time singles match with the Mysterio's hometown of San Diego. Which I cannot believe this is their first match that they have with one another. I would have expected they had probably a couple of outings, but no, like from the past years, they've been known as a team. Like with them being like with Kevin Owens mostly being the babyface, while Rey Mysterio always being genuinely the babyface. And when it comes to them being in angles, I guess you could say, like when they team up against the top heel teams, like from the past few years. But it says right here. And it says right here, again, post match, Owens attempted to deliver a package pile driver to Mysterio until the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes then made the save, like and then and then according to Fightful Select, provided like an update like about uh, on the January 17th episode from that day, like noting that Kevin Owens was listed as one of the producers, like for the bout against Mysterio. Alongside Owens, former WWE United States Champion Robert Roode, like was also listed as a producer, like for the match, like with Rey Mysterio as well. On January 18th, Owens posted a photo of himself shaking hands with shaking hands and bowing to Mysterio, like at a house show, like to pay tribute to how his first meeting with the legendary luchador meant to him. And it said right here, Kevin Owens will face it said, Kevin Owens like did wrestle Cody and ladder match, which we all know how that ended. But what are your thoughts onto this feud? What are your thoughts onto who booked the Kevin Owens versus uh, Rey Mysterio match, and that night in January 17th. And let me know in the comments down below. But let me know in the comment section right down below. Do you want to see a part two of Kevin Owens versus Mysterio? And also, do you want to see Kevin Owens continue to do a little minor work in producing matches? And do you think that should be his post wrestling career job? I guess to be a wrestling producer for a wrestling promotion like WWE? I would say, on my opinion, I think I wonder like whoever's idea that put Mysterio and Owens together like was a super genius idea. Well, I'm looking at him because he like he helped geniusly execute the belt like with like
He's bad as hell.
with him take with him like win his own match. Like even if he did this to somebody else's match, I think he would probably would do somewhat of a very successful job at it. Yeah, he just know how to be much more in the what much more in the wise, logically they wise, logically fair mannered things. Like, well, maybe he can lose his mind sometimes. Like, well, in kayfabe that is like, especially with him being overly obsessed with Cody Rhodes, like choosing Roman Reigns and other wrestlers that he's beefing with over him. But let me know in the comment section right down below what your thoughts on. But this where, but currently Kevin Owens is about to be in a feud with his best friend, old friend Sami Zayn, like on the road to WrestleMania 41, and maybe even perhaps have him be the what's that the and maybe have it be. But yeah, like let me know in the comment section right down below about that. And if you ask me, maybe he should try to do some producing work with and then his match with Sami Zayn, because like if he can get the match, if he can help out like Robert Roode with his previous match before with someone like Rey Mysterio and on that level, like I think he could easily, I think he could easily could be do this. He could do the same with Sami Zayn. Like I'm not saying he could be a head booker one day unless that's his dream, but I could say that he could do a very phenomenal job as a producer and who can make the match happen. Let's see. But anyways, that right here. Oh yeah, here's the post that he posted on X, like that he signed a 5 year extension. Why not showing the post from earlier? But let me know about that in the comment section right down below. Do you think this should be a job for the prize fighter? Like when he does hang up his grappling boots for good? Let me know in the comment section right down below. Moving on, we got a report from a former WWE wrestler that could potentially sign with AEW. A former WWE star has now reportedly signed with the Jacksonville-based company. Like after recently hinting at an alliance like with two current stars, like ex WWE star Elijah, FKA Elias, in the Stanford-based company, recently shared a vignette which uh, indicate or indicated that he has joined forces with the righteous. But which individual he had Vincent and Dutch, like calling for his fans like to run with the righteous. It says right here, following matches on the Jericho Cruise, Elijah has now signed with AEW, according to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter. He writes, Elijah, formerly Elias, like real name Jeff Sciulo, 37, like has signed like here. A video like was posted showing him as the new member of the righteous group. Let me rephrase that. With Dutch and Vincent on ROH. Like them. He teamed with them on the Jericho Cruise this week. Like the fact that they are still signing new people, like for and it says that people like the fact they are still like signing new people for ROH would indicate that Anthony Khan hasn't given up on for for uh, for fortifying like for a media rights deal. Elijah like was uh, was wrestled for WWE for from 2014 till 2023, like with the four-time 24/7 champion released from the company in September 2023. For the latest AEW updates, like and news, like stories and news stories, like ahead of the upcoming Grand Slam Australia event. What are your thoughts onto this very shocking and intriguing news, like about Elijah being signed with AEW, finally signed, and now we can finally say that Mr. Elijah, and the newest member in addition of the Righteous, is officially all elite. And they should put that on the Titantron screen to make it a confirmation. Was that a different story for a different day? But I want to give a huge congratulations to the former Elias and the former Drifter finally becoming all elite, and hopefully we will be seeing him like getting a moment like that he was trying to get in WWE, which he was not very 100% successful in. And I sure hope that something totally different happens with him. But let's move on to the next slide. Let me know in the comment section right down below about this. I would suggest you Assassinators to send you all your congratulations to the Drifter right here. Do the same what your boy Super Ninja Austin just did. But let's move on to moving on. We got but this, next up we got some Penta news now. And then he wants revenge against two top WWE stars. Penta has named his dream WWE opponents, revealing two top stars that wants to be as revenge for lo- uh, uh, previous losses against him. Penta with an established yeah, he previously lost to Penta, establishing himself as a WWE star, on Raw. There has been a lot of speculation about future matches uh, and rivalries for the Luchador. The Mexican star has now named several WWE stars he wants to face, noting that he specifically wants special matches against the likes of John Cena and Finn Balor. Starting that, he also wants to avenge losses against CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Penta noted, like the following, on the Inside podcast with Chris Van Vliet. But it but then stating that he also wants to avenge. Speaking on to Chris on the latest Inside podcast is what he had to say while explaining. I have a few names, but the truth is, no matter who is in the ring, no matter what he uh, what he won, like I I want to win everything to WWE, like John Cena, Punk, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, the Tribal Chief. Like this is where it says Fatu, Braun Breaker, a lot of wrestlers I want for Penta. And it says right here, for example, with CM Punk, I had one match, he won. I need revenge. The rematch with him with Cody too. But for me, a special dream match is Penta versus John Cena or Penta versus Finn Balor. But it says right here, CM Punk defeated Penta on the April 13th, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite. It says right here, WWE champion Cody Rhodes has previously defeated him twice in singles action. At first was at APW, in February 2017, and again on the March 11th, 2021 AEW Dynamite, in the St. Patrick's Day Slam show event. And an update on the merged on Cody Rhodes is following like his WWE injury announcement. We're just gonna talk about it here right up next. But what are your thoughts on Penta? Like point out what opponents you like to have for a dream match and for his revenge in the business, like with two familiar names. They used to wrestle with him, and AEW was there, but now they went back to WWE. Like if it's their first time in debuting there, which we all know, like a long time wrestling fans knew that they previously were there, but they end up coming back. But next up, we got Cody Rhodes update following like a WWE injury announcement. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes has shared an injury update following his ladder match at the Royal Rumble 2025. It says right here, Rhodes is once like again the defeating like Kevin Owens in a brutal ladder match, like to walk on to the February 1st like premium live event like within WWE champion. And it says right here, like the American Nightmare's victory like appeared to be a pi- a pirate a pirate a pirate one like with WWE announcing in the Royal Rumble.
They all had fucking and his Mario steering wheel. They were all over this.
Like and it says right here,
Outside. And I bet they freezing their ass off.
like with WWE announcing in the Royal Rumble post show, like that Cody Rhodes has sustained multiple injuries, which like Rhodes like in ring status up in the air ahead of WrestleMania 41. Cody has now taken to social media to provide an update on his condition. And it says right here, Rhodes took to his Instagram story like to note that he spent 2 days in bed like following Royal Rumble, but is ready to appear on Friday's February 7th edition of SmackDown in Memphis, Tennessee. It has been also been stated that 2 days in bed, essentially, but following,
That and then she and we're filing our taxes right now.
but yeah,
4 hours and 44 minutes.
it says 2 days in bed, essentially, but feeling like good and ready, like for the Memphis. Also, like since I got through it in one piece, I got to keep like the best promise, like Cody Rhodes uh, followed this story with a photo with him and his wife Brandy Rhodes, like and their daughter Liberty, who was dressed up as Gwen, uh, like who was dressed up like as Gwen Stacy's Spider Woman. But what are your thoughts on to Cody Rhodes, like having a massive taking a massive impact from his assault on the prize fighter after a huge showdown for the WWE Championship in that ladder match. And do you think the right man won into that fight? Let me know down in the comment section right down below.
One in the dining room, one in the living room, that's three. And then one in the hallway, one in Tracy's room, one in the bedroom, one in the hallway, one in Tracy's room. That's, so that's 1, 2, 3 out here. That's 4 or 5. One out there, that's 6. And then 2 in the bathroom.
But yeah, okay, so okay, moving on to the next news, we got a former TNA star to join a former WWE star to join TNA Wrestling in question. For former WWE star Indy Hartwell has teased like joining TNA Wrestling amid speculation about her in-ring future. Indy Hartwell was released by WWE in early November 2024. The former NXT Women's Champion is preparing like for her return to the ring, like away. But it says right here, like, the former NXT Women's Champion like is preparing for the next return to to the ring, like away from the company. And it says right here, speaking on the Busted Open Radio, Indy Hartwell noted that she'd love to wrestle on TV again, but doesn't just want to be another name on the roster. She explains, I feel like I'm a very creative person, and I'm showing that on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to show people like on like an insight into the surreal me. It says right here, like TV, like you don't really get to show your personality, and I feel like it's helping me get more supporters. Like I would love to be back on WWE TV. I don't want to just be another girl on the roster. I want I was happy like to do that in WWE, but maybe it be it me like it bit me in an ass. Maybe it bit me in the ass. Like I think I need to aspire. It says right here. Like I think I need to aspire for more. I don't want to be another girl on the roster. I want to be the girl. When asked like if she like has anyone like in mind like for a potential match, Hartwell teased challenging for Masha Slamovich's TNA Knockouts Women's Championship, noting I haven't like done like the whole right like the list like of people like you want to work with. I feel a like a person people like do that like that's really me like who I want to wrestle will just uh coincide. And it says right here, she said in response, like I like feel a lot of people that do that like not really me, like who I want to wrestle will just coincide like with what my goals are. Like I don't want to be a girl on the roster. I want to be a knockout. I want to be a knockout. Masha is is the knockouts champion. Put her number put her number one. Indy Hartwell has now like has now like has now shared a video of her reunion like with her like ex-husband, which you can click on this to read more about. But before I do, I want to ask, what are your thoughts onto this onto this little teaser that the former WWE Women's star like did right here when like about what she see herself doing next in the wrestling world, and also want to be on wrestling TV again. And do you think that she will indeed? And if so, like, do you think you'll be with someone like with a WWE or in AEW perhaps, or any of these names that's very popular wrestling companies in some capacity? Okay, I'll pray for that too as well. But yeah, put down the prayers, and I hope that you do, yeah, get that dream. But yeah, just keep believing. But anyway, it says right here, released WWE star reunites with her husband as the former WWE star Indy Hartwell like has been reunited with her husband on screen husband Dexter Loomis training with the SmackDown star like in WWE star fans like will fondly remember the the days of Index and it says right here with Hartwell and Loomis like falling in love during like in their black and gold era of NXT days. It says the couple got married on the premiere episode of NXT 2.0 in September 2022, but 22 no 2021 actually. It actually said 22, but it was actually 21 in September because that's when it very first premiered. It ended in 2022. The NXT 2.0 era ended in September 2022 actually. But I'm not gonna be Connor the corrector right now and continue like to say like they had since parted ways with Loomis having a major character change, like and Hartwell departing like the company. Like it turns out, like love does conquer, like all with Indy Hartwell, like reuniting with Dexter Loomis, like during his latest YouTube video. In the video, which you can watch like uh, in a full video down below, like this this news story, like Hartwell, like personally delivers like some merch to a lucky indie wrestling.com shopper, like who turned out to be her on-screen ex-husband. And it says right here that Loomis and Hartwell then trained together and in the ring, like first engaging and interacting subsequent sequence, yeah, not subsequent sequence, yeah. engage in international sequence like before practicing springboard on top rope moves and the video ended with Loomis about to break his silence like before being cut off. But yeah, the video ended with Loomis in about to break his silence and about to say cut it off. But what's that right here? Let's see. But Loomis is currently a member of the White Six faction, like alongside Bo Dallas, also known as Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, Eric Rowan, and even Joe Gacy. And what are your thoughts on to Dexter Loomis reuniting with his on-screen wife, Indy Hartwell, in his at the wrestling training gym? Like, and do you think that their on-screen relationship is not over yet, and maybe we can see them be a power couple in the future down the line? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next news. We got some Seth Rollins news now, as he names like WWE star he wants to face at WrestleMania 41. Former World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins has named his dream opponent for WrestleMania 41. Ahead of the April 19th to the 20th event, like in Las Vegas, Seth Rollins like has revealed that he'd love to face the American Nightmare uh, at like one more time. And speaking on the Rich the Rich Eisen show, like Rollins noted that he'd ideally like want to challenge for the world title with WWE champion Cody Rhodes being like the champion. He'd most like to step into the ring with. Believing this Believing this would be a poetic main event for the WrestleMania 41, and it says in a perfect and then this is what he said on to the interview. In a in a perfect world, I'm challenging for the one of the world championships, like whether that's Gunther or Cody Rhodes, like Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, this year. Like when you win the Royal Rumble, like in our world, like you get the opportunity to challenge a champion at WrestleMania. like whether that's Cody Rhodes or Gunther, like who's our champion on Monday Night Raw, like who's our champion on Monday Night Raw with an explanation without it, but Cody is the champion on SmackDown, like the winner like of the elimination chamber generally gets an opportunity to challenge for the leftover championship. Whoever hasn't been selected, I don't know which Jay's gonna switch it. Like uh could be a Gunther, could be Cody. Like I personally like would love to get into the elimination chamber. I I got a qualifying match like coming up like here in a couple of weeks. I go on Raw on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Get into like the like chamber, like stomping like CM Punk's head into the mat, eliminating everybody in that in that chamber, John Cena included, like go to WrestleMania, and my dream opponent is Cody Rhodes for the title. Cody is a guy that when when he came back to WWE, we had a series of matches. He won all of them three in a row. Like I lost all of them like to Cody Rhodes. I helped Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania last year win the WWE Championship. Like I think it would be a very poetic like if I like was able to take the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes this year, like at WrestleMania, like so that's like my perfect plan. Like that's what I'd love to see happen. Lots of again, very lots of very variables like at play. Like so, we'll see how it goes. For the latest details, like on the what match Seth Rollins is actually planning on the for at WrestleMania 41, you can check it out here, which we all know who he's gonna potentially face, and I know he's gonna be not only just CM Punk, but also Roman Reigns as well. Like for him making them as his two enemies in the and do you think that will indeed be the match plans? Or do you think it's going to be something else? And do you think he's going to be making it to the elimination match? Which I sure think he will, but if so to you, assassinators alike as well, I'm going to ask you, like, do you think he will win and face Cody Rhodes in a WWE Championship Dream match where he, like, like what you do to tell a story like 3 years ago, Cody Rhodes came back and like he beat him like in a three straight months and three pay-per-view matches in a trilogy. And and like a couple years after that, he helped him like successfully dethrone Roman Reigns to become WWE champion. And that probably would tell a story itself. Like if you ask me, if I want to see Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at Mania, if there was no any plans for Rollins, I would not mind to see this match because it definitely tells that story right there. Like for them having history from the past 3 years, like ever since Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE. But let me know down in the comments below about your opinions about on this matter. And let's
You know, that was YouTube. Thank you.
next up we got Paul. But we're gonna end today's wrestling news.
And then they still took it to them. Not to document a thing that I didn't authorize.
And we're gonna end today's wrestling news video with former WWE star still in contact with Paul Heyman. And in this former star in question is none other than AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar, has revealed that he's still in contact with the legendary Wise Man, like with a notable with the notable name with Francis leaving WWE in September 2023, like like the former Hit Row member has since established himself as a top star on the TNA wrestling roster. It says right here, and it says right here that while speaking to Compass Compass of Compass Compass on the beat, like Francis noted that Paul Heyman is the WWE management name he still talks to the most. Commenting on his relationship with Roman Reigns' special counsel, Francis said Paul's the best of the people that are still in WWE. The one I talk to the most is Paul Heyman. As as far as management goes, like Paul has always been one of my biggest backers and biggest believers. Paul is the best promo of all time. I will stand on that. I dare you to challenge that. But yeah, it says right here. Like I'm very grateful for the tutelage I've been able to get from him, and the fact that he actually listens to things I send him and watches the videos I send him. There's a lot of people in this business that they'll say, yeah, send me something and I'll get back to you. But they don't because they do really give a fuck to be honest with you. They only care about themselves. And they don't care about the wrestling business. They care about growing young talent. Paul Heyman is not not the only is not like that. Paul Heyman, if he believes in you, he's going to give everything he has to you, and I am forever grateful to him and for that. But what are your thoughts on to AJ Francis? Francis's experience with the wise man, and and do you think that Paul Heyman is genuinely such a sweet guy to the point that he'll he'll just help you out? What are your thoughts on? Do you want to to see this? Do you think the special counsel really is a very major mentor to all the wrestling talent, even for those that no longer in the WWE? And and what are your thoughts on these messages? And do you think these were very inspiring, and even with Paul Heyman accepting him like immediately, not just like saying they're gonna catch him. Like no, like they were very impressed and saw the video the same day and contacted him immediately that he's gonna be starting very soon. Yeah. Let me know down in the comments down below about this. And do you ever will be seeing AJ Francis back in WWE in some capacity, whether if he's under a contract with them or not? That remains to be seen. But I guess that'll be it for now. Assassinators and today's wrestling news stories and rumors. Like we have a list of it that you assassinators need to know, and let me know in the comments which one was your favorite one on this list. I would say maybe Penta wanting to have a dream match with the likes of Finn Balor and John Cena, and also trying to get revenge on the CM Punk and what's his name, Cody Rhodes. And do you think you ever will get that in their respective runs in WWE? And also, and also we. And also about Roman Reigns' status of his kayfabe injury. And I'll say the third one has to definitely go to what's the other one? Yeah, and also last but not least, I'll say Kevin Owens signing a 5-year extension on his contract. And what are your thoughts onto this? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments like what your opinions about him signing this for a little while. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Sorry if I seem a little bit too exhausted, but it's because I woke up a bit early because of taking care of personal stuff. So I thought I might get up a bit early for that. But I'm probably going to need to take a little resting, like to get myself like all, I'll say, they got like untired, I guess you could say. And I will maybe making the SmackDown review video. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video, though. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Also, click on the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos. And then also, please make sure to check out my, I'll say my Friday nights. Make sure to check out my Friday night SmackDown review video, which is going to feature main event Jay Uso main event Jey Uso to go face to face with Cody Rhodes to meet up with him and see if he inspires him, just like how Charlotte Flair is going to be doing tonight with Tiffany Stratton, which I think Charlotte Flair will indeed pick the what's it called will take on the what they call the buff Barbie, I guess you could call her, or the center of the universe, whatever you call her. But yeah, but I think that Jey Uso is gonna pass for this for now. But I want to ask you the question: who do you think Jey Uso is actually gonna pick for his WrestleMania opponent? But yeah, leave that in the comments down below, and I'm gonna talk about all about that stuff. It's gonna be very exciting to see. And right, we're gonna see if he's gonna be taking the American Nightmare on, but we all know that's not gonna be the case, at least for now. But yeah, who knows? We're gonna see like this coming evening, and I hope y'all and I hope you assassinated are having a fun, wonderful Friday so far. And I will see you all in the next video with some more SNA content until we meet again. Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my assassinators. Y'all take care and have a wonderful afternoon.